Hey guys, my name's Javel, and I am here today to do a SMB 3 mix run for you guys. Um, SMB 3 mix is a really cool ROM hack made by a man named Captain Southbird. It plays homage to about 8 different Mario games throughout the run, and it's really cool. You get character choice at the beginning. I looked at the incentive board here, and it looks like we're playing Luigi today, which is really convenient because he is my main. Not that there's any difference between the characters other than the incredibly small amount of time it takes them to run off the screen at the beginning of the run. In order to focus on the run, I've brought in my two commentators, Gadian and Ragequits.
Hi there, I'm Gady.
Hello. I am Ragequits.
They're going to be doing the primary commentary today, but I'll be around if you guys want to ask any questions during the run. With that, if we can get a countdown, I'll start whenever you want.
Do it, Gadian.
All right, I'll do the countdown. I'll count down from 5 and we'll start on go.
All right,
All right, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So you notice that walk off there for Luigi is where the small delay between the different characters comes in. That takes a little bit longer for Mario to walk off than Toad or Luigi.
If you're in chat, if you're not familiar with what 3Mix is, it's like Gavin mentioned earlier, it's an homage to other Mario games. So you could probably recognize this classic stage is from Mario 1. And World 1 would be following pretty closely what Mario 1 was. So you'll see a lot of familiar things and fights.
Yep, exactly.
You'll also get to see some lag too.
No, that doesn't happen in this game.
Oh no, of course not. But it's a real thing in this game, and so lag reduction strats is part of a speed run in this game, because the lag is very real. And if something were to happen to you because of lag, it is extremely acceptable to blame it on the lag in this game.
So there was an unfortunate death there. Because of that, he's going to have to take a little bit of an interesting route, some alternate strat. He's going to get the extra overworld fish fight. Normally you can skip that if you don't have any deaths, but he won't be able to now. So what he just picked up was a mushroom just sort of sitting there. Normally in Mario 3 you'd have to hit a block to get those. Those are actually checkpoints, so if you were to die, he'd start from that point from now on.
That was close. So this Cheep Cheep we call Berry. At one point, Berry was only one specific fish, Cheep Cheep, but now all Cheep Cheep are Berry.
He has evolved into becoming every fish that you'll encounter in this game.
The all Berry. This castle's pretty straightforward. No fancy tricks. Maintain that P speed. And go right to Bowser. And there goes the bridge. And there goes Bowser. Goodbye, Bowser.
Slightly different from Mario 1, there's no axe, so in Mario 3 you just have a P-switch there to symbolize the axe cutting the bridge down. No princess, just Toad to greet you here. So if you hadn't died, that fish would have been moving right, and you would have been able to die and skip it. It looks like he's still going to go with the strat to die twice to skip it, a little faster than actually defeating the fish. It also gives you the advantage of being small entering the ghost house.
Yes, and you should be small entering the ghost house, so you can clip through those stairs, just like that. And he's going to do that one more time, as he does here. And Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Ghost House. Maintain speed, P-speed, and clip through stairs, and you're out of there.
Yep, probably a little bit tougher for casual players since you won't know exactly where to go. But we've played this enough that he knows exactly the route he wants to take to get through it. Now we can note it is possible to clip through those stairs with large Mario, or large Luigi in this case, but it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, it's much harder. Here you're going to get to see, I believe, his first attempted flip. Basically confirmed. You just get big Luigi and duck underneath that block as he did, and you're through. The full savelet.
Yeah. One of the easiest clips of the game, but it also saves one of the least amounts of time.
Another Bowser. Where do they keep coming from?
The first ones are fake.
Hey, you keep it down. You're supposed to be playing. Oh, you do not get the berry skip.
Yep, so that fish can either move up or to the right. If he moves up, then you get to skip it. But if he moves to the right, you'll have to fight the old overberry.
Which is very unfortunate. My pun killed Gavin's run. Oh, don't die. Okay.
Yep, bit of a scary moment there, but he was able to save it. Normally you'll want to keep P-speed through the whole level there, so he's probably not used to improvising. Small little save flip there. By jumping on the fish, he dies slightly faster than shooting it with a fireball.
And getting berry there isn't the end of the world. That star will come in use later. It's one of those things where if you could skip it, fine, great, perfect. If not, then you can use the star later. It's not the end of the world.
Some fancy jumps there to keep P-speed and not having to use a hidden block. Ooh, very nice.
First try castle clip. That is a 18-second time save. That is not easy to do.
So make up some of that time you lost earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that is World 1 from Mario 1. Now we're going into what I think is one of the most impressive things that Southburg did in 3Mix, which is getting... Man, should I say it or should we wait? We should wait.
Let's wait for 2-1. Don't want to spoil the surprise yet. For anyone who hasn't seen this game.
Know what game this is from. If you recognize it, please let us know. You hear that controller just going.
Yeah, the vine climbing is not super easy.
So this stage was from Gadian. Go ahead and tell them. We had a few
This
guesses.
was from Mario 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot of interesting things that Captain Southburg added here that normally aren't in Mario 3.
Brand new mechanics. So what would be a mechanic in Mario 2 that we have not seen in Mario 3 yet?
So those Shy Guys that he was jumping by, you can actually land on them and pick them up and hold them and throw them as if they were shells almost.
Fantastic.
Which you normally only see in Mario 2. And you'll see, at least at the end of World 2 here, he'll definitely take advantage of that. Ooh, unfortunately, there's another RNG kind of Hammer Brother. It's a Shy Guy this time. And it moved to the right instead of up, so it looks like we will be battling it. Nice vertical level here.
Mm-hmm.
Did a good job on the climb.
Push those buttons, jab them. Push them.
Should see a familiar face coming up here as our sort of mini boss for this world.
Birdo!
Very,
Goodbye,
very
Birdo.
quick Birdo fight.
All right,
So-
so 2-4.
Yep, here we go.
This one is you want to clip through that wall, and it's pretty. Oh, I was about to say it's pretty tough. He has a 4-frame.
Oh no!
No!
So
Yeah,
there's
go ahead.
there's a 4-frame window to jump out of that wall. Otherwise, you fall to your death. And it looks like he missed it this time. I guess as a consolation prize, he'll probably miss the Shy Guy. I don't know if that makes him feel any better, but
It never feels good. So let me ask you this, Gadian. Do you need to be Big Luigi to get that clip? Is it
you
the
do.
only way? Yeah.
Yep, you cannot clip a small Mario. At least this kind of clip. Or sorry, small Luigi here. There you go, gets it again.
This clip has claimed many of runs.
It has.
And
There he
it's
goes.
Yeah. And he's past your pit. We need
There is
that.
a very, very small section there that's named after me because I randomly fell down it, and no one does that. So there's an example there of picking up those Shy Guys to kill them rather than jumping on enemies.
Hopefully he does not get a double Shy Guy.
Yep, without that death, he would not have a chance of only having one Shy Guy.
So I don't think that is the actual route you're supposed to be taking. But it works. Oh, I've never seen a clip like that before.
So rather unfortunate, he clipped into that one unit wide block, so he didn't get the jump normally that he would do. But that's okay, you just backed up and did the jump again.
That's a clip I don't think we'll be testing.
It's not exactly optimal. Oh, unfortunate luck here. The Shy Guy moved down,
Wow.
so he's got the double Shy Guy pattern.
Today.
So generally you want to throw the last Shy Guy because it's faster than if you had a Fire Flower shooting it with a fireball or throwing another Shy Guy into the last Shy Guy. It dies a little quicker if you throw it off screen. It's another interesting climbing part that's actually much harder than it looks. I love this part though, running down the stairs.
I hate this stage. Just because of that part. So here we have another tower climb.
I have some actually pretty tight jumps here.
Yes.
What he's trying to do is he's trying to jump from that rope directly up onto that plus sign, but he didn't quite make it. Good backup strats.
Smooth. All right, so here we're gonna be fighting Mauser. Mauser. So here Javelin is going to. Mauser takes 3 hits, and Javelin's going to go ahead and take an intentional hit. Because if you take damage with Mauser, Mauser gets twice for some reason. We don't know why. We just accept it.
Oh,
Ooh.
that was interesting.
We're watching as fans as well. We're just like, oh, we're totally in this race.
We both run this game, so we both know when things are a little interesting, not a little out of the ordinary. So that's not something that normally happens. It's pretty close to actually clipping through that wall. If you do clip through that wall, it's a pretty decent time save, but I'm not sure if anyone's actually done it in a live run before.
Maybe Meru has.
I'm sure with the Taz, yes. So this boss here is the final boss of Super Mario 2. We get an appearance from Wart.
Oh, boy.
His attack isn't super threatening. You get to use the technique of throwing Shy Guys at him to finish him off.
Yeah, that's the final boss. Game over, right?
Not of this game. It's funny, after every level, Peach sends you a letter, but in this game, she doesn't actually give you anything. She's gotten a little
Times are tough.
cheap, yeah. No gift packages from home. Just
Text messages just aren't as personal as real letters.
So World 3 is my personal favorite, just because it's, I guess as a runner, it's fairly easy to get an optimized or close to optimized time.
I agree with that. Not my favorite, but not the worst. So which game is World 3 based off of, Gadian?
I actually don't know. Jebba might be able to tell us once he's in a good spot.
6 golden coins.
Oh, okay. So that's Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, that would make sense. That's where the rabbit ears that he just got come from. If anyone's ever played that, that's for the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm. And this skip here that he just did, which you just saw a lot of black screen, what he did is he skipped an auto scroller. The only way to get through there, the correct way, is to go through a pipe and then take a magic carpet ride through an auto scroller. That saves a lot of time by just floating on over. I didn't know bunnies could float though.
Well, I mean, raccoons can fly, so why couldn't bunnies float?
Biology classes failed me.
So this is another sort of unique suit here. It's a penguin suit. Basically gives you all the benefits of the frog suit without making you hop. So it also shoots ice balls, which is a nice bonus.
It is one of my favorite suits in this game.
Don't you mean an ice bonus?
If you weren't running this, I would tell you to get out, but I guess you can stay.
We could take over. You got your controller?
So there's a possibility to clip through this part of the section, so you don't have to go down here, but it doesn't really save much time. It's fairly risky.
It's risky. I don't think I've even gotten that in a run yet. This is one of my favorites, not for selfish reasons, but only because what he's skipping by clipping through this wall is a mess. It's a water, what is it, like a section of water for swimming, and then also fire everywhere that you have to duck around, and without losing your penguin suit. Well, I guess you get it back in this stage.
You do get it back in this stage, but it is a mess. You have to swim
gauntlet.
up and down through a whole lot of water section, and then But yeah, there is definitely a gauntlet where fire is shooting from the floor.
And the ceiling. So by skipping that, you save a lot of time. And we get the fight. Big Boo.
Yep, here's our mini boss. Ooh, and he gets a good pattern, so he has a fast hit there. Normally you have to wait, similar to this hit he's going to do. So you hit the little Boo and hit him while he's on the left.
Otherwise, little Boos keep spawning.
Yep. Ooh, it looks like he didn't quite get the right pattern he was looking for. That's okay. One fast hit's fine. Ideally, you want two. It's only a difference of about 5 or 6 seconds, I believe.
I can never do
Fancy.
that little jump. I can never do that.
Yeah,
Hi, Barry.
Fancy.
Goodbye, Barry.
fancy jumps there to, I guess, get P-Speed a little bit faster.
And I think while we have just a little bit of time, for those who are just jumping in, this is Mario 3 Mix. It's a ROM hack. In the easiest terms, it's a homage to almost all Mario games made with using the Mario 3 engine. And it is a very well done ROM hack.
It is indeed.
Every Mario except 64 for some reason.
It would have been amazing to have a Mario 64 elements in a Mario 3 game.
I mean, he did get some other 64, not 64, but 3D Marios in here.
He did.
Which may be a spoiler for later.
It's a spoiler for sure.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything.
So coming up, you're going to be fighting the next boss. With the penguin suit, you could skip the entire fight with just one hit.
Again, another boss that normally takes 3 hits.
Bowser Jr. Oink, and it's over, just like that. Before we can even explain what was going to happen, if you miss that or you don't have your ice suit without freezing the Bullet Bill, you would have to just jump on him 3 times, which is a time loss.
Yeah, takes a little bit longer, and that's not what we're into in the speedrunning community here.
No, not really. I mean, I take a little bit longer because I think it's cool. But...
We can't all be as cool as Rage.
No, you can't. Okay, so this is my favorite world, which we saw Yoshi, which was ignored. This is from Super Mario World, and this is my favorite world.
Yep,
World
yep.
4.
It's actually pretty amazing that Captain Southbird was able to put in Yoshi into the Mario 3 engine here.
Yes. So if you're not familiar with how Yoshi is being used in Mario 3 and why he wasn't used before Mario 3, well, Southbird had to design stages specifically for Yoshi because of memory, I believe. It's been a while since I read the wiki. But Yoshi is amazing. Why Jabum is using Yoshi in this stage and not the other is through pipe transitions. As you can see, there is no pipe transition time. A standard pipe transition takes about 4 seconds. Correct? Double check me on that. Is that correct?
I think that's about right. 3 seconds, maybe?
With Yoshi, it's almost none.
Yep, he does not have an animation going through pipes. Ooh. So this is a scary part here. These little spiky urchin things that are floating around, they have a very weird hitbox, so it's pretty dangerous going through here.
You have to use the force. Don't trust your eyes.
Exactly. Can't use your targeting system.
This level is annoying to do fast. It's very dangerous. Often, many penguin suits have been lost on this stage. But
It is not fun to swim through this without a penguin suit.
Gavin is through, and it's over. It's behind us, everybody. We're gonna be okay.
I don't think there's actually a water level in this game that doesn't give you a penguin suit, though.
I would say he was pretty generous with all the power-ups. So even playing this casually, it's not a very difficult game. It's not like a Kaizo hack at all.
He tried to stay true to what Super Mario games were. Jabum also intentionally took some damage there. In preparation for the next stage, you want to be small. Also to clip through that wall a little bit faster. Not clip through it, but run through it. Then he grabs the checkpoint because it's more of a safety measure at this point, but he'll lose the power-up on purpose again.
And you may recognize the mini-boss of this stage. The Reznors are a little thinner than they normally are, but they cause a great deal of lag. So it's always good to get rid of those as fast as possible.
My favorite stage in the entire game. So this is coming up as why he wanted to be small Luigi. And it's another attempt at a clip, which is with Yoshi, a confirmed clip. And you can only do it while you're small, I believe. And he's through. Just like that.
Yep, that is a clip that requires you to be small. It just does not work when you're big Luigi, big Mario.
So it's pretty impressive to know the difference about which clips you need to be big Luigi or which clips require you to be small.
I think this is another thing that wasn't in Mario 3, sort of the netting. That's a Mario 3 World edition, I believe.
Yeah, so you could climb on the net on the fencing. The only thing you cannot do is punch the Koopas like you were able to in Mario World.
Now, strangely enough, you can go to the other side. I don't think it really gives you any advantages, but you can go to the other side of that netting.
I didn't know that.
It never comes up as important.
Yeah, it has no place whatsoever in the speedrun.
I must admit, I have not 100% this game ever yet.
So, in order to get through those dinos a little quicker, he used, I guess, kind of a bug where you jump off Yoshi after you tongue the dino, and it'll count as eating the dino and killing it to reduce the count up at the top that was there, even though it still exists there on the platform. So you can eat the same dino over and over again.
Also, something that was not in Mario 3 originally is the ability to hold down and swim, and it will help guide your direction. So if you were to swim and hold down, you won't swim up, which was a feature that you could not use in Mario 3. Very handy for getting around those spikes instead of walking.
Yep. I know originally when we started running this game, we walked it until we figured out you could do that swim.
Sorry, I had to pay attention to how you did that. I still can't get that down.
I also get hit there pretty much every time I run this game.
I don't know about you, but I'm over here with the notepad taking notes. All right, World 4 airship. I believe this is a auto-scroller in 3, correct?
They're all auto-scrollers in 3.
Oh.
So...
Well, I stand corrected.
Yep. That's one thing he removed from this game, is the airships are no longer auto-scrollers. You can just run right through them.
Is that for World 7?
Yep, World 7, he does have an auto-scroller. It's a little bit of a play on an airship, though. Slightly different than you'd expect.
And by using that shell to his advantage, he was able to skip a few mechanics in that fight and just end it.
Yep, normally you have to wait for the Bowser to throw 3 different shells, but by eating the shell through the Bowser Jr.'s body, he was able to hit him and retain the shell. So here we have World 5, where we're in the desert. This
is Super Mario Land 1.
strange how Super Mario Land 1 comes after Super Mario Land 2.
And how it's obviously just reusing the map from World 2 in vanilla SMB3.
It definitely is.
The madman.
Always good to make use of those sprites.
You know what
Here's
they say,
another-
don't reinvent the pixel.
So this is another level that's really hard to route. So there's some very tight jumps you made right there.
So there's a mechanic for Mario 2 that was not in 3, which is digging. You could dig in this game. How did he do it? This game has it all.
It's got a little bit of everything. Alright, entering the first pyramid stage. Oh wow, he got the clip.
Oh my
Very
goodness.
nice.
Let people see what the game has, Gavin.
Ooh, and the jump there. It's a 1-frame jump. Gives
And
you a
it's
lot
not
more.
trivial.
It is not true. It gives you a good advantage because it's hard climbing through that sand.
Nice hesitation there. King Sphinx.
I have our mini boss for this level, or this world.
Not much to talk about because he's dead already.
Exactly. You pretty much just jump from side to
Really?
side.
He jumps side to side, and when he lands, you get stunned. So you want to be off the ground when he lands.
Exactly, yeah. So there are 2 different exits to this this ghost house. It's gonna choose the exit that'll be a little quicker for us.
He's not going for the flag. Going for the orb.
Orb.
And this is our first forced auto-scroller.
It is the first auto-scroller we have to take.
And we do not like it. But it's also not the worst auto-scroller. Can the bullet bills kill the sun? The frozen one?
They can. It's really hard to line it up, but you can get some revenge on that angry sun by killing it with a bullet bill if you can line it up perfectly.
I never even thought about that because I never have penguin suit at this point.
That's true. There's no real option to get Penguin Suit in World 5. You have to retain it from the world before.
Oh. Well, he's trying.
I'm not sure if the fish can kill the sun if they're frozen. That's probably something we can test out at some point.
I imagine they can, but I didn't think to do it.
Yeah.
As you can see, having the penguin suit in water is extremely beneficial.
Alright, and we have our second pyramid.
He will intentionally lose his penguin suit.
Yep, goodbye Penguin Suit.
There's spikes up there on the ground, and we just kind of use that as a shortcut. Taking notes on what he just did there for myself.
Yeah, it's a very tight tight area right there. It's very hard to keep B-speed, so that was a really good job. I cannot do that yet. And there we go. I think that's the last time we see the big King Sphinx.
I'm just glad new Double Sphinx.
You do have a second star, so you could take out that second Sphinx pretty easily. Nice job keeping B-speed through that. There's some tight windows to jump through there. So here's our boss of World 5.
That's originally supposed to be the Hydra, correct?
It's supposed to be, yeah, the Triclide, but it's a single Clyde, I think.
Still alone.
Not sure what happened to the other two.
They're doing fine.
They ride in once in a while. All right, World 6. I call the Run Killer. So earlier, Javum got a penguin suit from the Sphinx fight, I believe, and you want to use it here. This black liquid is oil, and without the penguin suit, oh my goodness, it's quicksand, basically.
Yep, you cannot jump out of this very easily. You cannot swim in it. It is a pain in the neck. So this
with the
world,
penguin suit and lots of Dove soap, you're able to get through it pretty quickly.
yep.
Or Dawn soap, that's right. Gotta get my branding right.
They would be very upset with you if you didn't get it right.
I know.
Hey folks, would you have time for some donations?
Absolutely.
Wonderful, because we happen to have $10 from Jabum's mom, saying good luck, Jabum.
Thanks, Mom.
And we also have $25 from Bearcat Girl, saying go, Jabum, go, get that world record back.
I think World 2 went too poorly to get that back, but we'll get it someday.
Thank you, Jabum's mom and Bearcat Girl. How does Luigi's feet not hurt stepping on all those Legos? Oh my god.
Well, they're the oversized kind, so they're probably not quite as spiky. So I believe the Lego sort of theme is taken from Super Mario Land 2. But generally this world is based on Mario Sunshine, hence the oil that you're supposedly cleaning up. It's probably supposed to signify the paint.
You don't want to fall in that purple stuff. Yes. That's
It may look delicious, but it's basically lava.
Those vines, doing that exactly how Jabum did it, this seamlessly, is really hard because it's very easy to grab vines and also bounce off of them and fall to your death. So, yeah, how he managed to do that seamlessly is just, I'm jealous, that's all.
It is pretty tight, getting all those vine grabs at exactly the right spot. A couple of key duck jumps he did there as well.
Was that PD Piranha?
It was Petey Piranha from Mario Sunshine.
Hello, Petey. Goodbye, Petey. Honor.
So because he was able to keep his penguin suit, he can go through this level much quicker. I pretty much never can do this.
It's happened once to me. That was a good day. Good day, for sure. Never happened again, though.
One day.
One day.
This crab doesn't want to fight us.
No.
It's a scaredy grab.
You saw what you did to the others.
Here's our second our second forced auto scroller in the game. Get to listen to sea creatures.
Yeah. I guess this is a good time to talk about the ghost house and also the tail skip while we have the time to talk about it. So I feel like it's going to come up pretty quick. So what is going to be priority 1 when we get to the ghost house coming up?
So the priority 1 for the ghost house is pressing A.
That's all you gotta do.
Yep, that's the key. So there's, I think it's a 1 frame.
It's
Might
one
be it.
frame, and it's while Mario is invisible.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So you're loading into this.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Ray.
Okay, so it's basically before you even load into the stage, if you push A at the right time, within 1 frame, you can basically skip the entire level. The reason why we kind of skip this part is because that is the first look we get into a mechanic pulled from another game that we'll see soon. That
It's a little
Southpaw
bit
was
of
able
a-
to code in here, which is gravity. So he was able to put in gravity mechanics in this game. So you have to play upside down. Gravity is swap. So by pushing A at the right time, you're able to jump through the floor and end up on the other side of the stage and skip it. If not, then you just play the extra 30 seconds.
Yep, a little bit of a preview for the next world.
Yeah, the next world is all about gravity. And that is your hint as to what game is in this game. Which Mario game had gravity mechanics? I guess they all did.
Yes, all Mario games have gravity.
All is correct, and he did not get the skip, but he is playing upside down. And we just have to watch. Jabum, how many Ghost House skips have you gotten in a run?
Maybe one a long time ago when it didn't matter.
One day, I believe. So he got the Tanuki suit in preparation for the next stage, which we were supposed to be talking about. The next stage is a hybrid auto-scroller game.
Another one of those levels where you have to ride that magic carpet.
Yes, but there's a way to skip it, and I would say, in my personal opinion, this is the hardest to do, and also the most punishing if you fail. And he's going for it right now. So we call it the tail skip.
Ooh.
So
That's
he has
okay.
a backup. It's okay. That's why he got that Tanuki suit in the ghost house. He has a backup, and he gets another try.
Yep, so it's basically 2 long flights where you have to get maximum speed, P-speed, and you barely make it to your next section.
This is not an easy trick. In fact, I'm gonna stop talking.
Yep, so he made the first flight, you get to this section, and it's really hard to get enough P-speed on this little block of land.
I think he's got it.
It looks like he's just gonna get it here. Yep, so he
Very nice.
barely makes it. Very
Actually
nice.
dropped a little early because of the speed of the flutters, so I could have made it a little further.
I stand corrected. He's
Show
the
off.
expert, so. I mean, if it was me doing it, I probably would have went back and tried it again. But he knows exactly how fast he needs to be, so you can see how well he's mastered this game. He knew he could make that.
I believed in him first.
Rage, true believer.
Oh, you two just fight over how much you believe in me.
Never gonna give you up. I'll let you down. All right.
All right.
The World 6 airship. I thought it was World 7. Oh my goodness. Yeah, World 6 airship is just a climb. I personally enjoy this stage. We're going to see at the boss a neat little trick to manipulate some mechanics to work in our favor.
I don't know if I would call it mechanics.
They're mechanics. Just skip them.
So he goes right back in that pipe. I know a lot of people get tricked with that the first time they play the game.
I jumped off the edge and died. I was like, there has to be something down here. I mean, I just came through this pipe.
He is relatively kind, though. He gives you a checkpoint right beside it. Ooh, good attempt there.
Yeah, Jabham's gonna get Bowser Jr. pinned up against that wall, hit him with the shell, and after this round of bombs dropping on him, because of where Jabham hit him, Bowser Jr. just hits himself in the face with the shell.
Yep, since he's up in that corner, he throws the shell. Basically ricochets off the wall and hits himself. I think that's what's happening anyway.
Yeah, I think he has some immunity from the shell for a bit, but when it hits the wall, it goes away.
Are you pushing A?
I'm pushing A.
Good job. You did it. Mission accomplished.
Alright, so World 7. This is where we get another look at that gravity mechanic.
Yep.
Any
So
guesses
World
as to which... Have they figured out, I guess, which this is from? Which game?
Oh, I did not see. Do we know what game this is from, chat? I mean, I'm sure it's hard to tell with the Mario 3 engine, but hopefully with the mechanics and
Definitely some clues in here. He
Yeah.
just landed on that
Crap.
spinning star.
that.
So normally
That's
that would be a bad bad loss of Fire Flower, but since he had to do so many Shy Guy fights and other Hammer Brother type bosses, he does have an extra one. It's very important in this level just to make it a reasonable speed. So Rage, what game is this based on?
This is based off Mario Galaxy.
This is Lost Levels, but it's big.
Well, not maybe this specific level, but this
The
world.
world. The world is based off Mario Galaxy. Don't you get technical with me, sir?
I baited you into it, I guess.
You did.
So this section is much slower if you don't keep your Fire Flower. Which is why he used one beforehand.
And that's the end for Big World. It wasn't with us long enough.
Anyone who's played Galaxy will recognize those spinning stars as going from planet to planet. So that's your way to get around the map here in this world. He's not actually controlling the gravity flipping. It flips in different parts of the stage automatically here.
Yeah.
I
If you're
mean,
not familiar with this game and you're just running around and all of a sudden you're going to be falling up and freak out, but you'll be fine. It's intended.
Usually when the gravity switches, it's because there's a floor somewhere.
right, it's not going to flip the gravity into a empty sky and you fall to your
You
death.
have to say usually, though. Sometimes.
Occasionally, there are some spots where it's a little bit questionable. So there will be some spots up ahead where we'll take good advantage of the gravity flipping. There's a few different mechanics you can do. Holding your jump button when you flip the gravity gives you a much larger jump than you'd normally have. So also, people who have played Galaxy might recognize these enemies. What are they, Rage?
They're Roombas.
Yes, we do not like Roombas in this game.
They make a mess of your run.
That's ironic.
And that was the mini boss, was Big Roomba.
Yep, Roomba number 1.
We're costing Bowser a lot of money breaking all his Roombas.
Who needs that many Roombas anyway?
Good point. So there's an example of gravity being manipulated. Just get where you need to go.
Yep, nice job of using P-Speed to make that jump up to the next platform. The intended strat is, well, the intended route is there's a vine that'll take you up to that platform. But you can either use gravity to sort of slingshot yourself up there, or if you're really good, like Jabim, you can just jump on up there with P-Speed. So there is an alternate strat in this level, where you use that turtle you just hit, and clear your path out with a raccoon tail, and you can fly past this section. But since we had to use a second fly skip, we did not have the leaf to use that alternate strat.
And here we got a new power up. It looks very similar to the hammer suit, but instead of hammers, what is it?
Well, we get to throw boomerangs in this one instead of hammers.
How fantastic! I
They can be
personally do
yours
not
for
like
only
boomerang.
$19.99. 3 easy payments.
But wait, there's more. Not only will you get one boomerang per throw, but we'll give you another one for free. You order this power up within the next 10 minutes. Our salesmen are waiting and standing by for your call.
So there's the main advantage of keeping the boomerang suit through this, is to instantly kill Roombas with it. Apparently, boomerangs are natural predators of Roombas.
Would this be a good time for a couple more donations?
Absolutely.
Wonderful, because we have $10 from Rumplefugs saying, "Thanks for running, Jabim." Sorry. Hi, Rage.
Yo. That gave him. No. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'll never make fun of your name again. Don't die.
That was all your fault, Rage.
I stood up.
So that's a very tight jump, jumping in between that block and the land there. So it's very scary if you hit your head there. If you bonk your head, you have to swim for your life.
That's a very different route that I take.
That's a different route than I take as well. This is the fast route. We're just not used to seeing it.
It's relatively new. Arabem came up with it.
Oh, okay. The Bam Bam route. We're naming this live. Do we have a name for it?
I don't think so. We do now.
As we all know, boomerangs never return.
And there we go, our last Roomba.
Some pretty bad news about this stage.
It's an auto-scroller.
Takes more than 2 minutes.
So you'll notice this is the first airship auto-scroller, but you're actually not on the airship, you're just on the ground.
Yep.
If you pay really close attention, this airship is from the vanilla Mario 3 game, but normally you're on top of it and you can't see the ground. But if you fall, you die.
It's like, who knew you were so close to the ground the whole time?
The ground is right there. Why would you die?
I know. Maybe you're shot by one of these cannons that you can't see under the ship. Just every time somehow.
I think just in Mario 3 Vanilla, the Mario Brothers were just not in good shape.
Yep.
I think that's what I'm going with. They just couldn't handle the drop.
Alright. Finally through the auto scroller, it looks like, just about. We get our final boss of World 7. He's back, Bowser Jr. So he's doing a jump in between when it switches gravity there to save a small amount of time transitioning between gravity flips. We've got a cutscene, a nice cameo appearance here.
Special guest.
Cameo by Rosalina.
Thank you. I was like blanking on her name. I'm like, Smash Bros. Why don't I know this?
It's because she's 2D. You don't register it.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Yes, absolutely. All right, World 8. One of the stages most plagued by lag. Oh boy, is it horrible.
Oh dear.
But if Jabum can accurately manage to eradicate some foes, he could manage the lag.
Had a little trouble there since he had both boomerangs spinning out around him at the same time. He wasn't able to throw it and kill that piranha plant.
You win, Rage.
What?
So I'm assuming he's going to take the safe route through here, which is the pipe.
Oh, come on! Team Pipe is best. So taking the pipe route has you skip those Hammer Bros. It's not. It's faster to skip the pipe, but it's not as safe. And Jabum's playing it safe. Respectable.
They're very similar speeds, but it is faster, yeah, to avoid that pipe.
I accept it, but I'm glad that this is recorded. Like always usual.
So one of the advantages of hitting all those fights is he's got an extra star to use here.
Mm-hmm.
And he clips through the wall, and we get a bonus boss here.
That should not be here.
Yeah, this totally isn't part of the stage normally. We clip through the wall and there's just a boss here for some reason.
Follows the same rules as the first time. As you can see, things are not quite right with this section of the level.
Oh my goodness. And we have another auto scroller. Hooray.
World 8 does have quite a few.
Yeah, I think World 8 has by far the most.
Vanilla did it too. We try to save the skeletons so they don't commit suicide by walking off platforms.
Is this a good time for donations too?
Yeah, go for it.
Definitely.
I'd like big thanks to Mr. Cab for a $200 donation.
Wow, thank you.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
With the comment, sup.
Yo.
Also, thank you for Mr. Cat. I believe that donation brought us just past $2,000, and that number's been going up while we haven't been looking. Good gosh. Thank you, everybody.
wow, yeah, thank you very much, everyone. So we've passed the auto scroll, but the level is not over yet. get a nice level where you turn the lights on and off.
I'm afraid of the dark, so I always turn the lights on, even though I know the pattern.
Our old pal Yoshi makes an appearance in this level.
Ow.
Last time. Eat them berries. No, goodbye, Yoshi.
Oh,
This time with us was short.
that's alright. If you do keep him through this transition, there are too many pixels on the screen here for him. So he just completely transforms into a monster.
That's one way to put it.
Better to let him go than to see him like that.
And this stage is pretty straightforward as well.
Something you might have caught there, Jevim ducks to avoid a hit from a fireball. It follows the same rules as the hammer suit.
Is he gonna go for the clip?
I
Yeah,
hope
what-
so. Oh,
Didn't work out though.
It's just a little
So here-
savelet.
we get to see the Chucksters here again. in Mario Sunshine.
And another auto scroller.
Yeah, any auto scroller, if we have donations to read, is always a good time.
We do have a donation from Rage Quits for $10. It says, commentator voice, this is World 8.
Good job, Rage Quits. Thank you very much. You are up.
What a nice guy.
He is absolutely correct. This is World 8.
I did my best commentator voice. I hope that was okay.
It was excellent. You nailed it. I mean, I could just take a seat. Take it.
So this, I think, is our last look at the Legoland.
Thank goodness. This music is chaotic. It gives me anxiety just listening to it.
I played a good amount of Super Mario Land 2 as a kid, so I do remember this music, or that music. Gives me a little bit of nostalgia. So that was really well done. It's hard to get through this with P-Speed, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. It is. The gravity is just swapping back and forth all over the place in this stage. And off to Bowser's Castle, which is an auto scroller.
Otherwise known as the longest level ever.
4 minutes? Is that what we're looking at?
Just about, yeah. It's about 4 minutes long.
What's funny is if you hit those bullet bills with a boomerang and they do that flip up, they can still hit you.
Yes.
You can get hit by bullet bill dead bodies in this.
I mean, whether the bullet is alive or dead, it's still flying at you.
That's true.
Southbird knew what he was doing.
I'm gonna show the ultra safe strat so that people at home can do this the best they can without doing anything at all.
Yep, this is a very difficult strat. You hide in the corner and press down,
Oh my goodness, I never thought to do this.
and
It's
you
so
can never get hit by the
It's so
fireball.
simple. I am so dumb. I would struggle with those darn sphinx. And
So if
here
you-
you just go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say, if you don't do this strat, you can collect a whole bunch of spinies on the screen and cause a lot of lag. Oof, that was close.
That was actually
Nice.
very weird.
So he tends to hide in the corner there, so they Lakitu will throw the Spinies off screen or just in front of him, and he can get rid of him with a boomerang.
I don't know what that monster was.
That was weird.
Some weird sprites. Normally, that's just a giant hammer brother.
Sure. Here's the last attempt for a clip that no one's ever gotten in a run, and it's over. He did not get it.
Yep, so you can clip into those stairs and skip this whole section.
Was it a 25-second time save?
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. One day. He's gonna try to hurry up with the shell, use it, a shell jump to get back up.
And he
Bam.
did it. Nice.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Everything's okay.
It saves a good amount of time because it takes a long time to climb up out of that if you don't do the shell jump back up.
Mm-hmm. And we are on our final approach.
Yep.
Bowser
Bowser
again. Got rid of the bridge. The switch, rather. The axe.
Unfortunately, he did not build this bridge very well either.
No.
Bowser's like, I know I want lava in a bridge. We just haven't done it right yet.
I'm missing something. Can only build a bridge this long. We'll just fill in the pieces with very unstable bricks.
And time
So-
is on the first frame of the credits. So when it fades out, it's like basically done. And done.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yay.
105, 30.
38.
That's a
38.
good run.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
a very good run.
For no reset run. We had a hiccup in World 1, but after that, I think it was pretty smooth. Bad luck in World 2, but that's a pretty good SMB3 mix run.
Mm-hmm.
That is 10 seconds better than my PB.
Yeah. Just goes to show, you know.
Never
There's,
give up.
Even after like a bad World 1, you can still get pretty good times in this game. If you get your good P speeds and stuff.
Yeah. And World 1 is pretty unforgiving.
Well, I'd like to thank the Power Up with Pride people for letting me do this run for all of you guys. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a really great time, and I hope that, you know, you guys are supporting the cause and donating to the Trevor Project, which is a great charity. Again, thanks for letting me come.
And thank you so much for this wonderful run and great commentary also.
Thank you. I
Thank
hope
you.
everyone enjoyed the game.
Yes, check it out.
And yes, please do follow the runner. That was a wonderful performance, and thanks again, everybody, for a heck of a ride of Super Mario Brothers 3 Mix ROM hack. This is the best ending, team. This is great.
Yeah, nice, fantastic ending credits.
It is the end.
Mm-hmm.